Abononsia higher peace 104.3 FM. Okay. 101.7 neat 100.9 FM. Ye worship house. Abeka Junction Accra. Ye kwa Kumasia. Hello. 101.5. Adeshemaima. Kasebo yensa kan wanope ena yede ebremu. Kasebo nam radio station bebre so ewo omeimu. Sanso ena abefo ntenta homane so okwa Peace 104.3 FM. Peace 104.3 FM. Ebom. Etuko Facebooka. Ye streaming live. Ewo ho a obetimi ahwe yen. Enso ewo hobby. Sanso ena uko YouTube ye despite media. Unyabo despite media pe. Ye ni afei na wahwehwe yen ewo ho. Ubehu se akosia support misi ha. Making kan kasebo no ama wo na watimi ahwe yen na afi wo so oni yen edi kita ho wo ho na etimi pacho be kan ye ho na kasebo yi yemfa emre o kama na de edi mu akotini bia no pay ene se ene ye emanyina da wiase afa na nyina International Women's Day na yeni ayema mpanyia be de akire ye Vice President Professor Nana Jane Opokwajeman wakasa ede afa ema ehom sanso en agenda minister ono so tun safra ema se brano no yenka mom se de be ya ye betimi ahye ye ho den na yenyini akọ yenim sanso en Lady Julia Osei Tutu ono so ema ya bese ahenum 500 student womanyamfaso ede afa ne hyehyeye a wayede ato ha wode ekyerkyere maya na daachi bia no womonyambo ewo woma eho wo ensamfufro mu si etwe ho afri International Women's Day no mu a na edom kese ba no dani onimonyamfo Mahama Yarega eno de ensam atodwa kyerɛ sɛ semampanyi John Dramani Mahama Akan ye se Ghana omanyi atete pansamo na ye nokre na wakyerɛkyerɛ mu ewo saa kwan no so ena afesu so energy minister kyerɛ sɛ mo bia nyina baabi nkasa dum so aba dum so ni baabi a Ghana ye wonkane na mabokina ni beni kura ye mo bi etiaye den na dum so eba se yakọ amahodo so nsemu a UN helicopter bi elupre bomframa ibi ena wo makotutu abomu ama elupre bomframa mi kire helicopter aba beto fom say team e wo South Sudan agudie mu nsem ka ho ena mede bramo e wo kasebo emu na enwumako bi adaroma this way chocolate drink de ohia ye nso hye anopa ohia bi no anom ebebo awo papa ebe boost immune system no kama afa ye was specialized mineral water su kwaje no mesrawo ohia sansuo no bi no anom o ensuo de eye no pe na ubehwehwe en wanom na said the system no mu asia ye ne said the weather na ye ne de wompe yade bi ade a specialized mineral water ye was special drinks na ye memene day wochina kwasie eno an ye che eni nsuo no eno an ye che odwumadie bi a ye di ase mesra wo wohia bi a eboa pa nkwada na ekosko a afa bi hwe omo bag mo di agora na mfifreti omo a womo enom sanso ene wo best point savings and loans best assurance best point de wa wonim se ehia se ebre bia wobetumi enye bie wobekona adu sika beto na aboa wo ama odwuma wudie bia timi akonkan sika ne de opa bia eta hotam wokwa wobenya bi bosia no ye de ama de ahye wadwuma mu nti unso do de ne beto wo ne nsi hu se tam na de ni kakra ne se osika na wo fon so na ekuta we wo fon so timi asese hunu de aka enye asisie bia obi amfa sika empo uhu grade ya abra oba ubehu baabi ayewo sede ebe ya ebeboa wo ama usikasem atumi ayeyie eti enwumaku ada roma wo mo na aso asene ama anopa no nsia International Women's Day ene yede ebremu samebo ara ensem ni mu di ama momidin di akosia sapon me na mekenkan kasebo no na mebo ara mu no mampanya be de akire a wo Ghana mamu ha sei eye Professor Nana Jane Opokwajeman oyo ba na ene eye International Women's Day wodin sama tudwa a woka ede akire Ghana man nyina wo kire say ye na nigye papa say na ye International Women's Day na Ghana man nyina ye be hye sa fen wo so ye me ye ninye na ye ni gi a ye nyina ye ni gi se oya oba wodi kan wo Ghana ha oye mampanya bedi akire na no na wo che se ema omayimu emu ho abomfia da esan se omayin puntuo ema ejina yeso bi pa enu nti wa kire se de ema eboa ma omayin puntuo anyini akonanim no na esefata se wodi nsem wei eto ema enim.
Women of Ghana, International Women's Day is our day. This year, it is being organized under the theme Accelerate Action. We do not only recognize the profound contributions of women in every sphere of society, but we also affirm our commitment to breaking the barriers that have long hindered our full participation in the nation's progress. Ghanaian women are the backbone of our families, communities, and economy, of course. Whether in our markets, in the boardrooms, classrooms, farmlands, or on the beaches, women continue to drive innovation, nurture growth, and shape the future of our country. Our contributions to business, to governance, education, healthcare, and the sciences are invaluable. And as a nation, we owe it to ourselves to create an ecosystem where everyone can thrive without imposed limitations. Over the years, we have made significant strides in advancing gender equality and empowering women. Under our current leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we have taken bold steps and remain dedicated to ensuring that women have the opportunities, resources, and the support needed to excel. Some of the key initiatives include the establishment of the Women's Development Fund to provide financial support to women entrepreneurs, ensuring that we have the capital and other forms of support to take action, expand our businesses, affirmative actions to increase the representation of women in leadership and governance, paving the way for more women to take their rightful places at decision-making tables. These ideas mark progress, but we know that the journey towards true equality is far from over. Women still face challenges along all spheres of life, but with the increase in representation, we will hold the door for many women to pass through to achieve their full potential. We all must do better to support the women of Ghana. As we celebrate this day, let us reaffirm our collective commitment to building a Ghana where every woman and girl has the freedom to dream, the power to achieve, and the support to excel. Empowering women is not just a women's issue. It is a national imperative. When women thrive, families, communities, nations prosper. Let us accelerate action for our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, and for the future of our great nation. A happy International Women's Day to all of us. Let us continue to accelerate action.
Eni ayati yei eye mampanyam be de akire Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman ene eye emanyina da International Women's Day ti yenso so ye gina anase ye fa sa akwanya yi so na emma wo mutie yen emma wo Ghana hanyina ye ma obibia happy International Women's Day yenkoso a said ye be ya ye be keka ye ho na yakoyanim emma obaba wo maame wankasa unua ba yemwa na yempeja wo mo sede be ya wo mbekọ omanim saa ensemu ebeto odwai yenua ba Patricia Sefa Fisher obo amane efri mampanya bedi akire Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman na kache enodi nsem yi ebre yen wasofo a wo hwe ma ne mema nkwada ne omanfo ebambo eso eye onmonyamfo Dr. Agnes na Momolate oyoba ono so de nano ato International Women's Day no emu dwumadie hronko a ekoso na eno enenam so ama wo chese ebra ye womu eye crucial papa enunti esese yehye yehu enkran eni kwan se oba wo ye wadwen se ani da so nyina asa na mom yemfa yani ensi ade a yepese ye so na yenkonkode nko yanim wo se ebredru se yebetreke yenkwaban mu na yenne ekuakuo ankrankra ka bomu se de be ya yeni so ade hunu no yensa ebetumi aka na wo kasa ewo International Women's Day dwumadi a eno ekoso asemti a edaso ene se ema ne ema ya se yemua anase yemumfa yemunkamfa yeso na bibia ye bia no ebekọ ne pepepe na afe ye be hye ye ho den na yetimi akoye anim afe se wo baga na ha yenye de edaso no wo se mfinhye aduonum a ye fiti ase se ye pia ema ewo Ghana ha no akwantuo no sese ehin ne aduro Jenny no so far ehin ne aduro onimonyafo Dr. Agnes na Momo Latin ekyerɛkyerɛ ehia sɛ oba wotumi gina ne naso no yɛ den ekwan yɛ sɛ sɛ oba wotumi ekyerɛkyerɛ na kwaban mu na wone afoforo eka bomu sɛ de bɛyɛ a SDG Goal 5 no yɛnsa ebetumi aka na ne nsɛmu no ɛna wo kasa sɛ wohwɛ Mampenyi John Dramani Mahama na nhyehyeye ne nneoma ene anama watu efa emma ho a na ese fata ekire se opese emma timi di yie opese emma keka wo ho opese emma timi kɔ wanim ewo akwanuasa nyina so enti akwanya nyina da ho a ese se emma wo mu etumi efa no mu somu na afi wo kɔ wanim wose ebi ene enei Ghana de edi kan kra mampenya be de ekire aba be ye oba afi se wo hwɛ affirmative action law wo mo de abano a ni nyina di adanse se anibre wo ho se wo mbema emma atimi akɔwa anim na daache bia mpo no oba atimi ababeya kanini ewom se emma ne bi eya kanifo na enso so ye pena kese mu a esese wonom ekɔ wanim eno ana wo ka kire titiri ema nyina se eneidie a ye di emma de no se fata se ye bema ye ni akɔhyehyɛ ahodo a eno betimi aboa amama etumpon enti ye de ani hwɛ so odumonyamfo Dr. Agnes na Momo Latte wo kire ye mampanyi abedi ekire Professor Nana Jane Opokwajima ni nsɛm bi a ye tie ye no empo emma na etwahia wo ho no wo san ne wo mu echebi.
As His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has indicated and set the pace on the path to reflect, review, and reset Ghana, more efforts on the parts of all stakeholders are needed to ensure that every road we take only moves us forward to achieve gender parity in all sectors. We as women, in our quest for excellence, need not to be overly critical of ourselves such that we lose hope. What we need is to work together to amplify our voices and ensure that in all spheres, Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, the first female Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, has pledged her support to keep the door open for many women to ascend the highest height of leadership at this level.
Eni ayati ye aye osofo hwe ma ne mema enkwada afi omanfo bamboso honimonyamfo Dr. Agnes na Momo Latte ona gender minister yete se okasa no na dwumadie no ase no ena de obegina UN resident coordinator UNFPA country coordinator ora Wilfred Akan obegina na nemu o kire se ehia se eneyi ewiase nyina no emma ne maya ye ne omo beka bomu na yahwe se yentietia wo mfa ahudie so akwanya eda ho so ba no obetumi aye adwuma ne nko ade anya be ma nko ne fata no ana obi foforo ne fata no oba nso so se akwanya no wo ho na se yenka se na dinnim eduru ho a esese yetimi ma ne sa akwan no ne no so atimi aboa ama ahode a wo mo wo ana de ombetumi aye no eno so atumi apie.
Honorable Minister, Chief Director, we must also recognize the importance of intersectionality. Women and girls with disabilities, those from minority groups, and those living in poverty face even greater barriers to empowerment. The Kayaya girls are just one, but of the most in need. That is why we must work together to create a world where women and girls can exercise their rights, enjoy equal opportunities, and reach their full potential. Therefore, let us join hands to amplify women's voices so that their perspectives and experiences are heard and valued.
UN resident coordinator, UNFPA country coordinator, Ora Wilfred Akan, and yeti se Okasano Henry Akwasiminta yen century wano enedi ensemi ebreyen. International Women's Day no yekopiem wo asante mantemwa na opemso ohene ni twotwero mutwo ne ho kani ne dofo ne dofo no me kan ho asem. International Women's Day ninti Her Royal Highness Lady Julia will say to aboa eye emaya esuafo be se ahenum 500 students ewo Kumasi Metropolis ni mu waboa wo ma no ama Lady Julia mentorship masterclass 2025 we wayana fibia etu obo ma no a enwoma wo mo peso mo ye daache no na ya ma wo mo masterclass wo ho se de be ya wuni pakro no wo behu anim ene wachi se de adekro na peso ye no adekro atwia mu ade ewo mu faso abenya wo so no wo mo acheche ne sa na akwada akro no nani agide o ye ho na wato so e de nani asisu sam na eno ena wo hwe sa master Lady Julia mentorship master class ya so 246 to the second foundation no ase eno no eboa ema sa ma ye wo mani suade hunu no ebem ema wo mu se de be ya ekam a eda emfifi enwuma ahodo a ema entumi empem nko wo mani masuafo ya bra wo mu enyini wo matimi akoso na wo mo so ensatimi akade wo hwehwe daache na sa mentorship masterclass program yi woyiyi emaya no free senior high school emakomako edu wa asante mantem no kan won bom mu a wonum ebeje santete no Her Royal Highness Lady Julia abra wogina simpie so de nsem tudwa no wode afuto mama yi se omomo omani enko won nwomahua so se de be ya won betumi akwa chiri na emfaso pa abaso ewo wo mo abusuafo so na bi aka baby a womu efri na bi aka Ghana nyina woto aso ka kire esuafo emaye yi se womu entwe womu hu free ade a ebetwetwe womu efri adesua ho na womu ma omani nko womu nwoma no so ne no na beboa womu daachi.
Very important that we mentor our young girls, that we hold their hands and bring them up with us as we are climbing the ladders. So please, as young ladies, the only person preventing us from reaching our maximum potential is ourselves. The only person who can prevent you from reaching your goals is you. So let's be intentional about how we go about our lives and put the work in. If we sit on TikTok half the day and we don't put the work in, don't expect to get the results that somebody who learned and did everything that she needed to do got. But I know that if you do well and learn hard, success will be yours and there will be no stopping. So please, as young ladies, decide where you want to go. Cut out your career path. Tell yourself this is what you want to do and put in the work.
Peace FM.
Her Royal Highness Lady Julia Osei Tutu. Any so Casano. Na dwumadie na se no ye nimsa vice chancellor of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Professor Rita Akosua Dixon ono so ye oba okasa ye na ono so ne nsem odi tu dwani.
This initiative by Her Royal Highness seeks to equip the next generation of women leaders through education, mentorship, social responsibility, leadership, and career development, assembling prominent women in our society to engage and impact the lives of our young girls is a step in the right direction. I always say that God is an economist. He wouldn't place two people on this planet and expect that it's only one group that must get the job done. He put all of us here for a reason. And sometimes I think that why would you have two hands? And then you will decide to, tie one behind you and say that you just want to use one. Why? Mom, thank you for this opportunity where we can speak to these young ladies and let them understand that they have a potential and they are able and capable and nothing must stop them.
Any IATA Vice Chancellor of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST Professor Rita Akosia Dixon, yete se okasani ezentroni Paul Owusu and Odifria Santemantamu ebre yen. Na afei yemfree International Women's Day ni muna yentinsi amanyomwe. Na yeko emrahebedwafie. Emrahebedwafie wonum esinkonwa. Wonum eboa no anaso omobo po ewo sona state of the nation addresser mampanyi John Dramani Mahama de betu edwa na no eno nam so mamrahye bedwafo omo tena sisi nkonwa ehwe ebobo ho de omo gitum ni de omo nyintum ene de esasa wonum eye ni nyina mu no edom kase aba no dani onimonyamfo Mahama Yarega ejina simpie so ekasa ede ema edom kese no na bra wo kasa no oche se wo bo ne po a na asem a mampanyi John Dramani Mahama kan ye na no begina ho ekyerekere oman no ba bia ye gina no na kyese oman na tete apansampa na eno ena na wo che se wodnani hwemu din a Ghana si di atofom se etim tia na etekofom afa wo hwe ye koko sector koko yi se di epese ye nya no ye nya ne saa afa bank a anka ombebo omanfo so ani nyina yagu no ana wo hwe enwumaku ahodo bebre a enioma nhyɛ da nko yie ti mampanyi akasa na ɔkase ɔman na tete apansam a na ye nokre.
President John Dramani Mahama not lament. If you go and read biblical history and understand what the book of Lamentations is, you will understand the need to lament. The book of Lamentations is a collection of points lamenting over the destruction of Jerusalem. That is what the book of Lamentation is. So when John Dramani Mahama hands over the country to you and in 8 years he comes and sees a near total collapse of the Ghanaian state, definitely he has a right to lament. And we will lament. We will lament because the city has collapsed. We will lament because the cocoa sector has collapsed. We will lament because SPC, all those state institutions have collapsed. We will lament because the banking sector has collapsed. We will lament because almost every institution, ECG, has collapsed. Every single state institution is registering a negative growth. Every state institution is highly indebted.
Eno achi no ena odeka hu bio se ebibia dia dance yesa mampanyi John Dramani Mahama o mini business se wo hwe ne nyoma wo ya small size ministers na appointment ewo presidential staffers mu no presidential staffers no wo mo ye aduasa pe wo se we nyina kire se mampanyi watu no ho asi wo se obehihye Ghana yi.
At one point, the MPP government had over 125 ministers, indeed 126, and it came down to 86. Mr. Speaker, we're talking about presidential staffers. I recall the reports that came to this house of presidential staffers. In 2021, the presidential staffers were 934. The report came to this house. 934. So far, President John Dramani Mahama has appointed only 30 presidential staffers and advisors. 30 presidential staffers and advisors. Mr. Speaker, let's just go down memory lane and recall the budget allocations to Office of Government Machinery.
Any IATA majority leader, Honorable Mahama Yarega. Wono ena ye edom kese no ba no dani a yete se okasa na nsem we nyina no ora Emmanuel Akoli ene William Gentu ena different na shebedwam ebreye waso afo hwe energy ene green transition so eye onimonyamfo John Ginapo na wa kire se wonte ase Ghana fo ni bi ene edom kuma no wo mo kasa se ayese se dum so aba Mumfa a timetable mra na low shedding ye hunu bra ebe nyankane na bra ebe dum no na brebia na edum kane brebia na edum kane na sa de nya de ebeboa no si Ghana fo ene edom kuma dum so bia maaye dum so emaaye we o sheda ene nsajrofo hyiaye wo Jubilee House ena onmunyamfo John Ginapo echechiremu say Yen Ghana ha say ye kan kanea ye wo bi pa ene baabi a ye gina pa de ekoso no enye dum so na ai ogidi pa se power system no aye weak na so no nche se ye nin kanea de be ma Ghana fo ya de a wono mo ye nhihye ya hodo wo mu guso wo ye ene kura no se wo hwa yen ye tumi de 300 megawatts en kanea nko awo e de kokomo Burkina ene Benin nti die nti na dum so aba ye wo bi a ye timi de bi ma nti e de ne ye dundum kanea.
Today, let me put on record that we are not shedding load. And so the demand by the minority and some people that we publish a load shedding timetable is mute. When you are not shedding load, there will be no need to publish a load shedding timetable. In fact, as we speak, we are exporting about 300 megawatts of power outside Ghana to Burkina Faso, to Benin, and to other neighboring countries.
Na owie ye no e no chire mu say ye how pa magana ye blidi o eyesika sam so eyesika sam a esese ye de ma energy providers no eno na ama say ye bresa.
We are also to implement a raft of measures to contain expenditure within the energy sector, both petroleum and power. Consequently, we will be directing all the agencies to halt all kinds of expenditures that are not critical. And even those that are critical, they would need to seek permission before they proceed. The sector is bleeding and something must be done in order to curtail the bleeding. This would demand some very, very tough but necessary decisions. And the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition is determined to implement these systems.
Sadia sika ehwie no miamia bi wo ho a wo se yetumi de stamp so pan se munyai mamu nkonko toto bibia mu de mamu nkodwa so nkodidwa gise de hu hia pa na de hu hia mpo no wo se yetumi hwehwemu yie ansa no mbekọ a wo makọ na san sika ye hwiri sese na nye asem ketewa ya mane bofo salamat kuku apenti obama ne efiri mampanya kache ene de ensemie ebreyen ma hye bedwane a owo dwaben Honorable Francis Owusu Echao ena wo kire se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ase wabu na niagu achievement a aban a etwa mu me kire na nado danko akufu ado ne na ban ne omo eye nyina wabu na niagu so bibi ti se Green Ghana Project, Youth in Afforestation Program, National Alternative Employment and Livelihood Program, afei enyoma bebre Tree for Life Program. Sa nyoma ni nyina ase mampanyi John Dramani Mahama bu na ni aguso wo mo mpese o mbeka impo enso ade no ye den wo ho e na aboa ama de ye bobo oboso yi aboa omanfo ne Ghana fo pa ama yakoyanim wo sa nyoma no so na no e no che se mampanyi so eyeye se wo de Blue Water Project eno no eye eba bebo ensuansuwa ene ye ensuansuwa wo miamia dida keto akra na wo mo ebebo eho eban na we nyina no MPP aban wonum eye nioma hudo bebra na esan de ensuo abrayen na nso so eyade a wonum ebu wani guso.
Tree for Life no eno ani Green Ghana Project said the concept in sana mihunu say ana yenim so baba ye no nenso so no yeninam enyaja said the nedika na be hu ye no e so ma yehu said the sitie ansa na ba wo de na apeso ye no wo de ato aso enso so nyina no amasa Tree for Life no yes e ade a nyina e beji atum say ye betimi aye said the Green Ghana na pepepe owie no say ka say for the Blue Water Project and so Blue Water Project now a day ban. The end was sent to Dika once a month and a banana ban say, we come nation now a year, na Lebanon estate. One can no once a man may who be a no a free any idea deco. Nancy so the American and they say Akatas has sent us away and son of a Blue Water Project now. Engagement.
Na enwachi no kasa edifa mining anase efoma gudie tu ho ne oba de ne ma ode adom yen odumonyamfo Francis Owusu Echao eche say mampanyi wosan bunani egu bibi ti say Operation Vanguard community mining scheme enei wo hwe enkane aban na wo so me kire MPP aban na wo mo ba ye edi eso mu say sa illegal mining me kire galam say wo mo hwe na nka wo matu ase sa nhihye ni nyina no eboaye enya dia wo mo kan ho asem bia chese no chese ase wo mo bai wo ma anye hui
district offices no kra no omosisi omodi bia ka ho atiti bia ka ho regions na waka so de be kon ebi wo no dada esi e wokọ Kumasi a Lancaster Hotel opposite wonom edan kese pa bi omusi wonom no Minerals Commission regional office kese pa omusi wonom a oyey we nyina no nso no so na no enya ba bia nse amam na nso so no say ono the district ne or the bi be ko regions meanwhile former administration no e dey acquire to the district no so kra abie nso so aka ho de ono no bie wa na eno so na ehwe obesa aka ho asem was that enema ni bi ho no ma abana da ne penso no otu hu anamo a ekoyi
eni ayeti ye eyemrahye bedwani a owo dwaben honorable Francis Owusu Echaun ena yeti so okasa no ora Emmanuel Akoli oni William Gentu ena edinsemi free mrahye bedwam ebreye yenya aboafo nkrato mra yemfa amanone nsem ene agudiem nsem emrai ye basisi a
Peace FM.
Best Point Savings and Loans. Best Point Savings and Loans. Sika krabia. Womu jina womu na asopampe. Na awiye mre yimwa. Wanhwe ya na sika krabia bi ede asokwada na wachinchinenti. Ene sese wunya sika krabia bi ti se. Best Point Savings and Loans. Omuda soa eya adwumaden atutu sika sem amano awie peye. Na enhyehyɛ pa womu ewomo mo customers ye. Eye bocho. Na foforo kra womu ede aba monten eye. Best Mobile Banking. Na kyerese bank no na wo ye no phone no so no. Enu nti se si ade. Say yes line tintintin anase. Wo say wadachi e wo sika krabia hode. Eni hobio na ani kasem akon eka ho ne se. Wo betumi asend sika asan agisika e wo phone so. Wo betumi asan atua wo bills. Ebi etese DSTV, Go TV, Star Times, Empo electricity bill, any water bills nyina no. Wo betumi atua afi wo phone no so. Wa bra wo ti baabi edwojo. Na wo mpehwe e de na wo be. Eninti ye hia ne se wo bebu account e wo Best Point Savings and Loans. Na wo wia na wa dial *277# na wo demukra. Wa hwe banki na ye fofofo sa no. Best Point Savings and Loans. Ya makofa Best Mobile Banking aba. Jimmy so say wo phone nie wo sika suni. Best Point Savings and Loans.
Best Point Savings and Loans.
Your dream, our business.
Peace.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yamamu akwaba se yeko amanhodo so ensemu a wo chese nipa ebi ahwere wo nkwa wo South Sudan abra UN for eye wo madwen se wo sesa wonom nkrofo ede free South Sudan ho so omo de omo nya madwen so ombeja ntokwa no da bia omo okun International Army for no na wonom eba ye se wo mo de eluple bomframa wo mo de eluple bomframa be che helicopter ena wo mo de eba besisa won nipa afri ho anka UN adwumafo no wo mo sesa wo mo de wo mo akọ enti crew baako ono ena ahwere ne nkwa se UN helicopter no besi ho no ano ena wo mu fiti ase se wo mu tutu abom enti se de na wo mu si tutu no se mo amunim se helicopter de eno no enkosoro part se de ewiemu hyan ankasa te se eluple eno akosoro bi wo kra enam wiemu te se konso wunu no enti sa na abra ekoba asa no na esese wo musan ebetofom na emom nipa baako crew members no baako na wahwere ne nkwa na wei eye statement a missioner won mo South Sudan ede ebaye ena omo de eka ho say South Sudan Sudanese wo general ena fei enkrofo kakra sojafo ne kakra wo mo de yeku wo mo ankasa abra wo mo ye o madwen se wo mo free Upper Nile state no ena enam so amana basei na UN wo mo se attack we ya wo mo koto share helicopter no so no ya de bi anhwe ya ebe ha dwene pa ebe ha dwene South Sudan president Salva Kiir ya later no ena wo se helicopter to so mienu ene tumi ba ya etumi besesa wo mo maka no ede ekoye na ba ko edi kan ne de se ye ka se wo mate na hwefom ama nipa ba ko ahwere ne nkwa nenso mbende wo mo ye ne den a wo de ekoso e wo South Sudan no enya de a ese fata afi ball bo mame emfa Spanish La Liga no Spanish La Liga ene Celta Vigo ene Leganés ena ebebo Deportivo Alaves wonum ene Villarreal ebebo Valencia ene Real Valladolid ena ebo Barcelona ene Osasuna wonum ebebo na yenhwe EPL no EPL yi ene de ebekosu enie Tottenham Forest wonum ene Man City ena ebo Brighton and Hove Albion wonum ene Fulham ebebo Crystal Palace any Ipswich ebo Liverpool they will never walk alone omo any Southampton ena ebo Brentford wonum any Aston Villa ebo ena Wolverhampton Wanderers wonum any Everton ena ebo nanano okay say Chelsea echo boy Europa Conference na Europa ye omko boy Chelsea ni Copenhagen omuti na ye kombete pa eno omko boy a omohye enu mpo no omuti na ye yie Copenhagen fo be hyem pa ma ka mudi maniwo ni esu aba na mani so atem nwan okire nyambo a yanom omne Leicester City ne bebo eno so ye beba be ka ho asem aha sei na mede agudie mu nsem no esie Isaac Opoku ene George Osei ena anope wo mo bomi chido ma me de kase boyi ebremu me din e de akosua sapon me ena me kenkan kase ebo no ema mo ya ma mo enitia adehye